By Christmas Eve, I had become skilled at pretending not to notice things. The forgotten birthday calls, the holiday cards addressed to some grandchildren by name and others as an afterthought. The way my parents always found excuses for differences. That looked an awful lot like favoritism. For years, I told myself it wasn't worth another argument. Then my daughter stopped being too young to notice. That Christmas, my parents were hosting a combined holiday dinner and engagement celebration for my niece. The house was crowded, bright, loud with conversation and old traditions. My daughter Emma carried a small wrapped box in both hands. She had spent weeks making it. Inside was a wooden ornament she had painted herself. Every family member's name had been carefully written around a Christmas tree she drew by hand. She was proud of it in the way children are, proud of things that cost them time, instead of money. When we arrived, she kept asking when Grandma would open it. After dinner, I told her. She smiled and waited. Dinner passed. The engagement toast came and went. Finally, someone suggested opening Christmas gifts. Emma quietly walked over and handed the package to my mother. "Made it for you," she said. My mother peeled back the paper. For a second, she simply looked at it. Then she set it down. "I don't accept things from kids who aren't real family." The room went silent. No dramatic gasp. No dropped glasses. Just silence. The kind that arrives when everyone understands exactly what was said. Emma stood there holding her hands together. I waited for her face to crumple. For tears. For confusion. Instead, she just stared at my mother. Almost thoughtfully. That hurt more. Because it wasn't the expression of a child who had been surprised. It was the expression of a child who had finally received confirmation. Years of small exclusions had led to this moment, and now she knew. I stood up. Honestly, I don't even remember what I intended to say. I only remember hearing a chair move behind me. My son Daniel had risen first. Daniel was 17 then, quiet, observant, the type who rarely entered. Family disagreements. Everyone looked at him, including my parents. He took a breath. Then he spoke. "Can I ask something?" Nobody answered. He continued anyway. "If Emma isn't real family, why did you keep inviting her to family events?" My mother looked uncomfortable. "That's not what I meant." "It sounded exactly like what you meant." My father started to interrupt. Daniel kept going. "Actually, I think everyone here knows what she meant." The room became still again. He wasn't angry. That was what made it powerful. He sounded tired, like someone reporting facts. "You skipped Emma's dance recital." Silence. "You forgot her birthday twice." More silence. "You sent gifts to every grandchild one Christmas except her." Nobody spoke. For years, those incidents had been explained away individually. Misunderstandings, mistakes, oversights. But hearing them together changed something. Patterns become harder to ignore when listed out loud. My mother looked around the room. Nobody rushed to defend her. Daniel glanced toward Emma, then back at our grandparents. "You know what's funny?" he said quietly. "I'm one of the biological grandchildren." My father's face tightened. "And if being related by blood means treating people like this, I don't think blood is the thing that makes someone family." For the first time, my parents looked genuinely shaken. Not because a child had challenged them, because the child benefiting from the favoritism was rejecting it. Then came the moment neither of them expected. My Uncle Robert stood up. He was the oldest sibling in the family and the executor of several family responsibilities. My grandparents had managed for years. Everyone respected him. When he spoke, people listened. He looked directly at my parents. "I think Daniel just said what the rest of us have avoided saying." Nobody interrupted. Robert continued. "For a long time, we've excused behavior that has hurt people in this family." My mother looked stunned. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't humiliating her. He was simply done pretending. Going forward, holiday planning and family events won't be handled the way they've been handled. Several relatives nodded. "I've already spoken with everyone about rotating responsibilities." My parents exchanged a glance. Confused, then worried. Apparently they were hearing this for the first time. Robert's voice remained calm. "No single person gets to decide who belongs anymore." The meaning landed immediately. For years, my parents had occupied the center of every gathering, not through authority, through habit. That habit ended in a single sentence. Nobody argued. Nobody protested. Because everyone knew why it was happening. The celebration eventually resumed. People talked. Food was served. The engagement party continued. But something fundamental had shifted. Later that evening, one of my cousins approached Emma. Then another. Then another. They asked about the ornament. Told her it was beautiful. Asked if she would help make decorations next year. She smiled politely. But I noticed something. She wasn't seeking approval anymore.
She was simply accepting kindness where it appeared.
As we left, the ornament remained on a table near the tree. My mother had never apologized. Not that night. Maybe she couldn't. Maybe admitting what she'd done would require acknowledging years of choices. In the car, Emma sat quietly looking out the window. Finally, I asked if she was okay. She nodded. Yeah. A pause. Then she said something I still think about. I know who my family is now. Not who shared her blood. Not who claimed her when it was convenient. Who stood beside her when it mattered. Christmas didn't end with reconciliation. No miraculous healing happened. Some relationships grew more distant afterward. Others became stronger. The line between blood ties and chosen family remained painful, but it was visible now. And once everyone had seen it, nobody could pretend it wasn't there anymore.